Hello there and welcome back to the Bordeaux rebuild. Here we are in 2030. Since the last episode against Harvey FC and AC Milan in our big Europa League phase game, we had a 5-3 victory over St. Etienne in the first of three big games against teams against the bottom of the league. Pretty convincing in this one on performance-wise, but scoreline not so similar. Barco got 2 and 9 got 2 and Leguizamon got 1 in a 5-3 win, which kind of really gives St. Etienne more of a chance in the game than they actually was. Over to Thursday and the Europa League phase away against APOL. 5-0 win, way more comfortable in this one, and by Leguizamon, Bricu, Rudier and Amos getting goals in that one. And then two more teams down towards the bottom of the league. Valentin Barco pen, where he dived to get the penalty. Got us early goal, and then equaliser from Metz gave them an equaliser, and we can make the breakthrough. And then bottom of the league, Montpellier got a 3-2 win. Bricu and Rudier's goal just wasn't enough for us to get all 3 points against a team we really should be beating. But today we have Aberdeen and then Lens. A big episode next where PSG and West Ham come to town. And then after that it doesn't get any easier. There's we have Marseille, Spurs, and then Austria and Vienna to end the Europa League group stage. So, a couple injuries to in the team news. Wergy is still out injured for another 5 weeks to 2 months with his broken leg. And Bai is out with fractured ribs for 2 to 4 weeks. And then Rudier is out for 2 weeks for concussion. Harry Amos is out for another 2 weeks for a hamstring strain. So this is the team that will go into that game against Aberdeen at home. Ramos starts in goal with Lorenzo and Bayo, Compare, Barco at left back with Bricu, Charles, Naim, Merville, Suarez, and Leguizamon. So then one closer to home, for me at least, is in Scotland. Couple players that you might recognise in that Aberdeen team, third biggest team in Scotland. Dimitar Mitov, Daniel Kelly. Maybe there's a couple more that I'm not that good at. Scottish football, Kevin Nisbet, rings a bell. Scott McKellar, sounds like a very Scottish name. And that's pretty much it. Harrison McMahon, that's very Scottish. Right then, Europa League, under the lights. Yet again, this time at home, against Aberdeen. Bringing the Scottish to Bordeaux in France. Not too much of a distance to fly for them, but we're top of the league in the Europa League stage. We want to stay there. Right, Merveld with an early corner. 23 minutes on the clock. Merveld in towards the middle, headed away. Suarez on the left, got some big boots to fill. Out to Merveld, shot on his left foot. Mitov palms out, and Naim gets the rebound. Hasn't really been that good in the last couple of games, and then one goal in the last 5 matches probably shows that, but 1-0 up against Aberdeen. Nice early start. Ramos back in the team after his injury. Did play the last couple of games, but can't say our defence has been too good when he's been back. Barco up to Merveld. Can he create a second goal? Turns back on his right foot. Charles to Bricu. Not quite assisting the second goal. I mean, didn't technically assist the first one. Quentin Bricu gets his third in the Europa League. And 25 minutes in, 2 quick goals, 2 in 2 minutes, are giving us a good head start. Alright, first highlight from Aberdeen. Beveridge over on the far side to take it in. Companore is 6'5" at least, I think, off the post and by away. Good chance for Aberdeen to get a goal, but Suarez brings it out on the far side. Nice movement to get away from his marker. Finds Leguizamon. Right, corner. Middle to take. We've been quite good from set pieces this season. Not quite from that one though. Suarez back to Merveld. Can he get a third? Oh, decent shot. Probably with the players around him, one of the best things you probably could have done. Maybe had another chance from this set piece, turning into Arsenal at this point. Cross, not one really there, everyone's really at the back post. Mirveld does win it back though, to Suarez. Mirveld, a little bit of a weird pass. Compore, out to Leguizamon, to 9. Chance to get a second, and does get a second. Just before half time, do get our third of the game. Just showing a little bit of quality that for some reason we have in Europe, but not in the league. Right, pretty quiet second half compared to the third. Celtic get 3-2 down, another Scottish team. Corner, headed away by Milne. And Barco finds Lorenzo. Not really the goal-scoring play you expect, but has picked up quite a few in this game. 4-0, 75 minutes left. 75 minutes gone. Yeah, we'll check it. And it is unfortunately disallowed. And Bio, down to Compore. One of our best performers today. Doesn't really suit centre-back. I mean, he is tall and good heading, but probably midfielder, but with the Tony out and then Bio out, I don't think he's not the worst centre-back and doing pretty well in this one. It takes on Barco. Somehow Ramos got that away with it, but not exactly convincing goalkeeping, but I guess we don't need convincing, we need results. Naim loses the ball right there in a 3-0 win, a pretty routine win against Aberdeen. They are quite low in the league table, down to 17th. Probably not going to get into the next round. Depends if they have some lucky fixtures, but pretty a routine win. On to the next episode, on to the next game, not the next episode. Right then, here is the team at two-faced lens. I don't think it's worth making any changes. Pretty good performance in the Europa League. Why change things when they're working? Hopefully we can get a win over Lens. Have a quick look at the league table. Lens are low mid-table. I'm still annoyed we lost to Montpellier. Giving them 3 points is just double their points total. Here we are then, back in league action at home to Lens. Not quite the attendance. For some reason we don't quite max out our attendance for most games, which is a little bit strange. Van der Voort and I think it's Malang Sarr start for Lens. I thought it was Thomas Tuchek playing right wing, but just a similar name. Ramos starts with the ball, rolls it out to Bio. 11 minutes in, Lorenzo did have a goal chalked off last game. Charles fires into Naim to Leguizamon. Leguizamon's got a lot to do from now. I think they're playing a pretty defensive formation. Naim in behind, and I'm not sure. Did he just send that over? There were so many players around him. It seemed like the hardest thing to do. Bye to Lorenzo. 37 minutes in, still 0-0. Yet to break down Lens. Naim can do something a little bit better than his lax action. Gets past one. Can he find a teammate? Finds thing is Lorenzo just about. Back to Naim into the box. Mirveld. Lorenzo shot. This one should count. Mirveld with the assist. Lorenzo into the back of the net. Referee isn't going to roll this one out. 1-0. Alright. Deep free kick on the far hand side for Lens. Just before half time. Lopez into the back post. Ramos claims that pretty easily. Not been the best first half, but early goal against the team at lower down in the table. They got Fikayo Tomori on the bench as well. I mean, talk about Chelsea defenders. Alright, Sungari on the ball, dragging in for Lens. Sungari back to Lopez from left back. Takes on Mirveld, doing quite good defending. So checks regen, can't get it back at the back post. Good football, but Leguizamon only to Victor shot. I mean, I've seen them go in, so luckily that one is just wide of Ramos' post. Breaku on the right side. Silla wins that a bit too easily though. Lorenzo to Naim. Back left to Barco. And playing in left back as a couple injuries have happened. Did lose that out pretty harshly. Your defender is losing a lot of space. Trying to cover him. The defender split. Striker. I say striker. It was Sungari as the defensive midfielder, I think. Has a pretty wild shot. Luckily for us. I mean, Campari's not exactly a centre-back, and I think he will just run our position there. And Bio does bring it forward to Lorenzo. Probably got away with that one a little bit. Briku. What was that pass? He's probably one of our better passers in the team and just does silly stuff like that. This is why we're losing games. It's not because we're bad, but we just do silly stuff. Silla, Sungari, Mivod trying to put pressure on. Lorenzo putting pressure on as well. Can't quite win the ball back. Decent on the press, but not quite getting there. Lorenzo just puts it into touch. A little bit of pressure from Lens now. 54 on the clock. Silla definitely won their goal. Seema and Dor. Good football. Victor into the bottom corner. Ramos has no chance. Paul Victor gets one for Lens. After the last couple of minutes, I think they kind of deserve it. Michele, one of our youth players, decided to give him some game time. Barker's got the space of the 18-yard box, bids into the bottom corner, assist by Gucci Mwamba Michele. A little bit of a tongue twister, but gets the assist. Barco puts us 2-1 up. I thought it'd be another one of these disappointing performances against teams we really should be beating. Van der Vaart, not sure why he's over in France. Malang Sarr, bring it out from the back, finds Seema, runs a bit forward to Bravo, Barrerio, out to Lopez. Definitely Seema a very right side attacking. I mean, Lorenzo's not a bad defender. Cross back post to, I can't remember who it was, Bordeaux, off the crossbar, got away with that one. Cream on the right hand side to get something that I really don't like his haircut. Gets a throw in from Seema. Lorenzo tries to find Creamer, can't quite get there. Lorenzo's got a bit of a test to get back now. Victor does get back though. Lorenzo wins it back very well. Nice to see the work rate. Briku, just another wild pass. Bravo's in behind, chance to shoot, doesn't shoot, goes a bit wide. Back to Ndor, probably a better chance. Ramos tips it out, and Lens have gone to a 3-4-3, apparently, but they haven't. Alright, Galley down the right. A lot of pressure from Lens. Needs to hold on, because, I mean, Tomori's on for them. I mean, they're playing a 3-4-3 now, but it's not showing. Right, Lopez. Long ball into Bravo. Barco just knocks it down for Remy at Labau. Lascari just didn't turn back. Probably would have done bad just leaving it. And it looks like we're going to drop points against teams we should be beating after winning a comfortable Europa League game yet again. Unless we can get something in added time. Wama Michele to take. Right, last couple minutes. Come on, guys. Michele to the back post. Not really what we need. Briku to Tile to Gerald Bio. 92 minutes on the clock. Our centre back, of all the people getting the goal, and looks like we might run away with the 3 points. Not sure we deserve it in this game. Lens have been the better team. Just the bit of squad depth, which we don't really have, but we do get the 3 points in this one. Takes us, so we stay in the 6th in the Europa Conference League positions. Hopefully in a couple of weeks when we're not playing midweek games, it should be a bit better of a league performance. Maybe we can push up to get Europa League and maybe Champions League for next season now. But anyway, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.